What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Woman describes how she ended up paying spousal support to her ex-husband. Here's what's surprising. She's a lawyer. No more wasting time. Let's get it.
I'm a lawyer and I pay $1,000 a month in spousal support to my ex-husband, who is a nurse. A lot of people have been asking me as a lawyer, did you think about getting a prenup? The answer is no, and here's why. My ex-husband and I met when we were 25 years old. I was in first year law and he was in nursing school at the time. Both of us entering into the relationship had nothing but debt. Of course, I knew about prenups, but having no assets at the time, it wasn't really something that I thought about. As our relationship went on, I kept making more and more money. And in the end, I was making about double what he was making per year. When we separated, he was seeking spousal support.
Perfect. Let's keep watching.
And I didn't spend a whole lot of time worrying about whether or not he was entitled to it. What I did was a cost-benefit analysis of how much I would be paying him and what he was seeking versus how much I would pay my lawyer to fight him on it. In the end, I'm paying about $45,000 over 4 years, which is something I could live with. And if I had fought him on it, I would have probably paid my lawyer that in 6 months. Would I do things differently a second time around? Yes. Now that I am more established, I have 2 kids, I have a home. If I were to enter into a new relationship now, I would most certainly get it.
Yet another lawyer telling you that if you are established, and now I'm talking to my men out here, prenup is something that you should get. If you're a woman, you should probably consider that too. That's just the honest truth. Don't you love how she said she took her emotions out of it? Okay, she didn't say that, but basically that's exactly what she did. She took her emotions out of the situation, which is something a lot of chicks typically are not able to do. And the lawyers capitalize on that. She's probably done it herself to other couples. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know if she's a divorce attorney. She may not be. But they capitalize on a woman's emotions. They'll tell the bitter ex-wives out here, why would you go for $1,000 a month when you can get more? And what they leave out while she's in blind rage, thinking, yeah, I'd love to stick it to him and get more. Let's see, is that the lawyer fees will cost a whole lot on top of all that. Very interesting video. Let's check out some of these comments. What do people have to say? First comment who says, men who want spousal support are weird. Men who want spousal support are weird. They're not even trying to hide the double standards to this thing. Men who want spousal support are weird. Why? Because men are just supposed to, what? Are men adults and women are children? Somebody please explain it to me. Why? Why does this comment have over 1,000 likes? Now the comment here says, you definitely made the most logical choice. This chick says, I must say the idea of paying a man $1,000 a month has me sick to my stomach. But Kayla, would you say that you and a man are equal?
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
I don't drink coffee.
Got you. So you're delusional. I bet you if you ask this chick if men and women are equal, she would equally say yes, they are, and plus say, but they shouldn't. This is just one day we're all going to lose our minds, bro. Another comment here says, I love when people take emotion out of it and just do what's financially best. Here's somebody else who says, people don't realize that fighting over alimony or child support will cost you thousands on lawyer fees. Try to stay out of court if possible. Here's somebody else who says, we need more women talking about this, so the rest of them stop judging us for wanting a prenup when we have several assets already. Yeah. Here's somebody else who says, my husband carried us while I was in school. I would pay spousal support, she says, without question, but I doubt he would ask for it. Guys, you need to stop being ashamed about asking for spousal support if you need it. Run those pockets dry. Make her clock in for you. Make her get a second job. This is equality. We're in the era of equality. I am sorry. No. Another comment here says, lots of people let emotion tip the scale, spend $100K in trying to avert $10K. I have seen it. We've all seen it. Here's somebody else who says, coincidentally, lawyer TikTok taught me either you set a prenup or the state will do it for you. That is true. Here's somebody else who says, I think this sounds fair. If you had made more, no one would blink that she got support, right? But in this world of equality, this topic is still a fascinating one. Isn't that fascinating?
Once you hit 30, you better pipe down. After 35, you're worthless. This is what they try to tell us. So at 39, if you getting that 22-year-old, good for you, sis. Good for you. Let them know we're still popping. Let them know.
I don't think that that's okay. I understand that there can be age differences, but when it's that egregious, that's a problem for me. Because why is it that nobody in your generation is somebody worth dating? You have to go backwards. You're either hiding something, you're trying to be manipulative. There's so many different layers to that type of a relationship that is not fucking okay to me.
Hi everyone, I'm Anne. I'm a data scientist. I've worked in the tech space for a while now. My educational background is in engineering, and I've always been very analytical, and I love looking at facts and data, and now I'm applying it to what a lot of people care about, which is dating. This graph shows the age of the men versus the age that the woman looks best to them. So we have on the y-axis, which is on the left side here, that's the age of the men. And then on the x-axis, that's the age of the woman. So in the perfect world, men and women likes their same age consistently throughout time. So that would be represented by the dotted line, that diagonal right there.
Understood.
But like we don't really see that pattern here, right? Because the majority of the shaded color is in red. That's where the interest lies. So that red band is where woman looks most attractive to them. But more specifically, the peak is at the numbers. So all the numbers here, if you read it, it's around like 20, 21, 22, like mostly just
25.
Mostly just in their when women are in their early 20s, and
after 25, it starts to take a slow, very inevitable decline there.
Yeah, exactly. And when men gets older, at 50, let's say, they still think woman looks best in their when they're 22, right? So. And then they think that men still think that woman looks good as well, but not as much in that lighter pink shaded area. So that's up to when women are in their late 20s to mid 30s. But what's also interesting here is that, do you see like a blob of like pink over on the right side when the men are in their 20s? Yeah. So what's interesting is that younger men are more likely to like older women than older men. So like you start to see like the occurrence of cougars and young men, right?
Every single thing that they put as a down part of women, Drea said, watch this.
But why she couldn't do it with a 40-year-old millionaire? You're Drea
She did it with a 22-year-old.
You are bad as fuck. You've been bad for 20 fucking years. Niggas know who you are. Shit is weird. And if I had a son and he brought home a 40-year-old bitch, me and her, we have to scrap, and whoever wins can keep my son at this point. Like, we gonna have to fight it out, because that's fucking crazy to me.
Guys, listen, as always, I'm curious to know, what do you think? Leave your comments down below. I appreciate you as always for checking out yet another episode of The Coffee Pot. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.